Hey Acers, this will probably be the last of my videos that I make more off the cuff and a little less scripted and things like that. I'm going to try and script a little bit more. I'm going to try and do a little bit more of less pausing and more editing a little bit. I'm going to try and actually use the tools I've got. I tried it on my other channel and it kind of worked, so I was able to make shorts out of it and everything like that. So I think I've actually got it. I think I've finally got it. I did record a lot of my dad jokes earlier, so maybe I can cut some of my Sunday time out and be able to have those dad jokes just post automatically, and that'll be great too. So this long format video, though, I do want to show you that, yes, I did actually last Monday receive from Pinnacle and Studio 2 my latest shipment for Kickstarter stuff that I backed. This is the latest stuff. This is the Night Train stuff for Deadlands. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with Deadlands, it is for, first of all, I didn't get, this reflected really funky and bad in the last lighting, so I will show it to you better now. This, oh, there it goes reflecting again because it's got a foil cover on it, just like some of your Magic cards. This is the Savage Worlds 20th Anniversary Edition book, and it does have silver edging and gold, silver, and bronze ribbons. Beautiful book. But it's the same content insides as the current 5th printing. And that is the core book that you need to be able to run Deadlands. Deadlands, and I can probably cut some of this part out, is available in a nice box set. And this is a great product. I highly recommend that you pick it up. But yes, this is Deadlands Weird West. It is for Savage Worlds, and it's their flagship product. It is their best well-known product. Now, this whole box set is $99.99. And what it comes with is your Deadlands Weird West book, the Game Master screen, and an adventure because that's one thing I love about Pinnacles. They always put out an adventure with the Game Master screen for whatever new setting they're putting out. There's the power cards, archetype cards, adventure cards, infernal device cards, herald cards, ammo counter dials, there's 5 of those, a set of dice, 25 bennies, and a map of the Weird West. So that's not a bad deal for $99. Now, mind you, my box is a little heavier than the actual one because I've swapped out some things. I've taken a lot of the cards out and put those in with my other cards in my Essentials kit, things like that. But what I've got here for the unboxing today is an addition to that. Now, I've backed several other products on this. I was not able to back the Northwest one because, you know, funds. Funds are kind of an important thing. But I'm hoping I can also find the funds to back it on late backer. Because I don't need to buy the whole Deadlands again. I just need this. Because I accidentally made that mistake when I backed the Maw of Oblivion. I didn't even pay attention to what I was clicking on. I just went, oh yeah, the biggest package. And I ended up getting a second copy of Deadlands Lost Colony, which in the end turned out to be okay because my daughter really liked it and I gave it to her for Christmas last year. So the big opener, let's go ahead and slice this thing open. Okay, main tape is cut. Now this one just came parcel post through U.S. mail because usually they ship using FedEx for larger boxes. But anyway, they still, even though it doesn't say Studio 2 on the side, okay, first of all, look at the thickness on that cardboard packaging. They are serious about getting you your product undamaged. I really like that. That's one of the first things. Second, they are always cool about putting really great bubble wrap in here too. Unfortunately, you can't pop these. These would make a nice, satisfying pop if you could, but they're like air link bladders and stuff like that. It's actually really nice, advanced stuff. Now, first of all, coming out of here is Wendigo Tales. This is the Savage Stories of the Wendigo West by Tim Brown, Matt Forbeck, John Goff, Shane Lacey Hensley, the creator of Savage Worlds and Deadlands, Lester Smith, and John Wick. And those are some pretty big luminary names, especially, I mean, John Goff is amazing. He's written some of the most amazing stuff, and he's actually written this new or this expansion for Savage Worlds, this adventure path, which is Night Train. And I got to keep putting these in such a way that I'm not glaring in the studio light here. But this has more archetypes. I think my Deadlands archetype box is getting pretty full, but there's room for these guys. And as soon as I can get the box set for Pacific Northwest, I'm going to get it. I just suck that I couldn't get that from the Kickstarter. But hey, this is life. Sometimes you just can't do what you'd like. So let's I'll read this to you on the back here. 25 years ago, one famous adventure encapsulated Deadlands' promise of dangerous drifters battling unliving horrors across the American West. So completely, it became... Okay, so I paused. So 25 years ago, one famous adventure encapsulated Deadlands' promise of dangerous... Oh man, if I could actually speak right, this would be a better channel, wouldn't it? But that's okay. I'll just make a note where this is, and yeah, we'll see from there. Anyway, 25 years ago, one famous adventure encapsulated Deadlands' promise of dangerous drifters battling unliving horrors across the American West so completely, it became a legend itself. John Goff's Night Train. Celebrate the bloody anniversary of a masterpiece with this box set updated for Savage Worlds Adventure Edition, and with gorgeous new art and accessories to bring the fun to life, or unlife, as the case may be. The Night Train lurks the tracks of the West, pulling in after dark to unleash its hellish cargo of starving feral vampires on unsuspecting towns along the rails. What will you do when its deadly whistle blows? Can your posse survive the onslaught? Many others have tried and failed. And so that's brand new this year. It's got some wanted posters in it. It's got this is one thing that I love about Pinnacle is they do these die cut miniatures. These are really cool because they have a front and a back, so you can actually kind of orient them on any maps or anything that you may use. And they punch out and they can actually pop back in. So you don't have to store them in another container. Although I have, in some cases, put them in small little IKEA containers that are a little more transportable. And I realized I just did my first yawn there. I apologize. But that's what I have here. So I wanted to thank you all for having borne with me as I've kind of got the channel up and going. We've got 324 subscribers by this point. That's really a neat thing, and I'm actually excited that we can continue to grow the channel. And this is not only just a channel for Ace role-playing games, it's also a channel for... It's got the Savage World stuff, and I had a viewer ask me about why I put D&D in the hashtags of every one of my videos that I make like this. And the truth is, it's because I realize that Savage Worlds, even though it's 21 years old, it's not quite as well known as Dungeons and Dragons. So I use D&D as kind of the same way that Band-Aid is the name brand of a bandage used, that is an adhesive bandage of gauze and adhesive strip. But we don't call those, we don't say, even if we're getting cure ads or whatever, we don't say, hey, do you have any cure ads? We don't say, hey, do you have any bandages? Well, we might say that. But most of the time we just say, do you have any Band-Aids? Or how do those hook and eye fasteners that allow large strips of fabric to be fastened to other large strips of fabric or walls or things like that. What do we call that? We call it Velcro, because Velcro was the first brand, but it is a hook and eye fastening system. And there was a whole music video about that a number of years ago. I mean, Kleenex, the same thing happens. We need to understand that D&D is, for better or for worse, D&D is the name, is the other name for role-playing game. We've tried to promote role-playing game because some of us don't like D&D. Some of us play D&D and are fine with it. I'm fine with it. I've said it before on the channel. I'll say it again. I'm absolutely fine with D&D. And if you want to play D&D, go play D&D. And if you want to bring D&D to an Ace Role-Playing Games Club night, bring it in. And if people want to play with you, they can play with you. But it's not a case of this system is better than this system is better than this system. It's a case of what's the feeling you want and how to accomplish that feeling. So if I want to feel and the fun of playing in the Weird West, I'm sure not going to play D&D. I'm going to play Savage Worlds. If I want to feel the fun of playing in high fantasy, I might choose either system. It really doesn't matter as long as you and your friends are having that time of connection, that time together, that time looking each other in the eyes and saying, and when Tracy Hickman decided his barbarian was going to be barbaric, and just throw the door open. And the rest of the team said, no, he doesn't. And he said, yes, I do. And that started the whole adventure going for them. That tale actually is, incidentally, originally I think he put it in Dragon Magazine, but then he put it in his XDM books. And I'm glad he kept it in for the second edition, because there were some changes that I did quite like. I really enjoyed about the second edition XDM. And you've heard me endorse it before. I'll endorse it again. XDM is one of the best books out there for any game master. And I do recommend reading the Dungeon Master's Guide. It has great other tips, and because all game mastering is good as long as it helps you help your players have fun. And sometimes you might want a system as simple as Tracy's XDM 1d20 system. But it doesn't really matter, because the point is we're having fun. And that's what matters. The point is we're building a support group of people who are not at risk for self-deletion and people who are. So that those who are at risk for self-deletion, when they are having a hard day and they're thinking about it, they can turn to their friend that they've made in that gaming group and say, I really am having a hard time. I'm really struggling. I found out that my daughter's friend, who was an ACE member, had some thoughts like that. And because of my daughter's friendship, she stuck around. So, hey, score one for the good guys. She stuck around, and that's amazing. I'm pretty sure that this is something that can help every teen at every point in their life. And I really hope that you'll allow it to. If no one's told you this today, I love you. And I mean it. You're amazing just as you are. You don't need to be anything else other than who you are. Because who you are is important. And we're here right now together. I love you. I hope to see you at my table. Until next week. And hopefully with a better edited video, so I might be wearing the same shirt, but forgive that. But in a better edited video, I hope that you all will join me next week for more as we look at different aspects of different games and systems, or not systems. Still going to stick with Savage Worlds for now because, again, easiest to learn, easiest to play. But I think I'll start going into some things like Deadlands and things like that, and showing you some of the stuff that's in there and getting you excited for things that I'm excited about, and maybe helping me get excited for running things that I haven't run yet. So until then, this is Mason Emerson with the Ace Role Playing Games Club saying thank you very much, and we'll see you at the next one. And I, again, hope to see you at my table.